welcome back to All the Crackers in the Box. Hi, it's me, your friend Corey, with my sparkly cardigan. I know, I work on it quite a bit, but we're getting there. I think we're roughly about halfway through, so about 400 meters is what I'm thinking we've gone through. Fingering weight, I tell you, it takes a long time, but oh my gosh, look how pretty. Like, it is beautiful. I'm really loving how this green is working through here and it's all zigzaggy with the colors. I think this is going to be really pretty when it's all put together. And hopefully it will match the vision inside my head. That's all I can hope. So this is what I'm working on today, and I hope you have a project in your hands, lap, ready to go, and let's hang out and get to our crochet. My goodness, what a beautiful, beautiful bit of yarn. My new yarn I showed you on yesterday. Oh my gosh, I am so thinking about what I can make with that and how it's going to look and just how do I want to live with that one. But I'm thinking something open. I think I'm going to need an interesting, different stitch. So I may actually have to borrow my mom's crochet dictionary or go through some YouTube videos and find some fabulous stitches that are open, airy, and quite light, because I don't feel like it's a winter wear. I feel it's more of like fall, spring wear for that type of yarn. The alpaca in it will make it extra warm, but the cotton will keep it cool. So it's kind of in between, and I think it's maybe a light pullover for when it's kind of cool. That's what I'm thinking. That's my initial ideas, just based off how the yarn feels and the look of it. I love how it's all put together. It is very, very finely made. I really, really like it. And I think the feeling of it is going to be very enjoyable and very wearable. Washing it's going to be a pain in the foot, so to speak, but that's a-okay. I can adjust. I've got a bamboo jumpsuit that I can't dry either, and I wash in cold water and a very gentle cycle and all that good stuff, because my washing machine I have now has a very, 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 very gentle cycle that mimics hand washing, and so far has been very, very kind to my crochet works. Just a matter of finding a spot to dry it. 2 and number 3. So we're just going to give it one of those, just so I can keep it easily flowing. I do regret that this isn't a ball. Had to ball it up, being that the skein was so tangled through and around itself. I do have videos of me fighting with it, but yes, it was quite the battle. I could not get anything done, which set me back on time on this, because I did start this like way, way ago, and it should be a lot further. But the skein was really, really not good, so I can see possibly why it was discontinued. I mean, if it wasn't selling, that would be another reason. Being that I know for sure that there was a few locations in Canada that had this particular yarn in different shades. We only got this color. Not that I'm complaining. I did see someone else that had a yellow, pink, and blue and white. Or no, it was yellow, pink, and white. Yeah, it was only the 3 colors, because this one has green, blue, and kind of a icy blue. Well, this is more of a gray blue, but you know, you can see it, right? I hope so. Anyway, a couple different shades. I did like that one. It was very, very pretty. But this one is definitely more my style, more my colorings. Even if my hair and my nails are pink right now, I'm still missing my blue, so I'm probably going to end up going back to my blue hair very, very soon. And yeah, that's just kind of where I'm at with this, because I really, really do miss my beautiful blue. Being that blue is my favorite color, so I gravitate towards it. Like a few people have said, the pink really brings out like a pink hue to my skin, which is nice, but it's pink, which is okay. It's very bright, it's very vibrant, and I do like it, but it's not my go-to. But I have a couple other color combos I wanted to try as well, so I might just play around a bit more before I go back to being blue. Or who knows, maybe I'll just go back with a regular hair color before we know it. It has been known to happen. Just love how this yarn works up. It is very nice to the feel. The filament that runs through it for the shine, you barely feel it. I really do not notice it until I end up grabbing it from the row above, like up in here. Sometimes I grab it down here by accident and pull it. It's just, ugh, the whole thing. I hope that's not going to be an issue when I'm wearing it, that it gets pulled a lot, but it probably will. And that's just kind of what I have to deal with and live with and hope for the best. But, you know, it caught my eye. It was on a good deal. $6 for a skein with 800 meters. 800 meters for $6? Are you kidding me? I'm in. I am so in. And the colors are my style. So I do have 6 balls of this. 6 skeins, 6 balls, whatever you want to call them. And I'm ready. I'm ready for this project. It's just very, very long. Very long work. Because one of these stitches are so tiny. But I mean, if I was knitting this, this would be even longer. So we have to keep that in mind. Knitting definitely takes longer. And has a totally different vibe. So that's cool. And I'm excited that I'm able to explore knitting again when I stop for a while. Not that long, like 5 years maybe. I have knitted amigurumi, and believe me, that was tricky as can be. But I did it more than once. About 3 or 4 times I made dolls. But I definitely prefer the crochet ones. I think they come out quicker, and I really like how they look. And I'm able to make different shapes that are really tricky. Like making fingers with knitting was, oh, let's just say I was ready to cry because YouTube wasn't as vast as it is now. I don't think there was any tutorials, and I didn't even think of looking for them, so I had to figure it out kind of from written word. I did it. He's still intact. And I was making Sackboys from a video game for my son. So, and I made some girly ones for a couple of the girls we know. And yeah, there are, some of them are still around, doing their things, living their lives, I guess. Is the best way of putting it. Alrighty. Getting up to a corner here with our granny clusters and our sparkle yarn, which is absolutely gorgeous. I do love a good sparkle. I think I'm getting closer to finding the right pattern I'm going to need for my wrap dress I want to make. Found something similar at my work, but I did not like the material it was made out of, so that was disappointing. But it just makes me feel a little more inspired to make the one I want in my mind. That's going to have the feeling that I want, because that yarn is going to be so silky. It is 6 strands, so it's a bit thicker, but it's very, very similar feeling to my my summer dress. It has a very silky smoothness and a sparkle filament that changes to rainbow hues. I am in love. I think it's going to be beautiful. The black is dark and inky. The filament is rainbowy. It's got a lot of the elements that I would love for that particular style. So I'm going to make it happen. Now that I've thought about it for months on end, because I think I've had that yarn for a good 8 months now. But it was one of those where I know that if I didn't get the amount I wanted, there was a good chance that I might not see it again, being that I got it off Temu. So I was like, I better get my amount, and then I will completely decide, because I was thinking about maybe a dressing gown, but at the same time they're almost the same shape, so I could go either way with it. And so I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. Long loose sleeves on it, and something I can wear whenever I want to. Well, I probably couldn't wear it to work, but I could still wear it on fancy things like Sunday, because Sunday is a nice day off. I just sometimes like to dress nice just because I want to, not because I have a reason to. I think that's valid, and I think that's a-okay. I'm playing dress up. Why not? Adult dress up. In something that I made that's going to make me feel absolutely gorgeous. So I'm excited for that. And getting closer to getting a couple other things off my to-do list, which will free me up for some more crochet. One of them being that I really need to get some metal shelves to put some of my storage totes on. So that's a big priority, and I have to get a dump run organized, get everything ready that I want out of my house. Unfortunately, some of the stuff is not savable. I have a couple broken vacuums and steam cleaners that need to go. I've got a metal trolley that we cannot find replacement wheels for, and the wheels are splitting on that one, and it's just kind of, I'm trying to figure out what to do with it, but I cannot find the right sized wheels, and they only fit one kind, and they don't make them anymore, so I'm kind of like, wow, that's kind of a pain. What can I do to fix that? Because there's nothing wrong with it other than the wheels are broken. Kind of garbagey that way. But I'm going to look into that one a little deeper, I think, before I decide completely. But I have baby stuff to sell and get rid of. And I'm just trying to kind of clean up my surroundings, because I can't deal with it much longer. It is just getting to me everywhere I go. It's cluttery and messy, and yeah. And when I say messy, I mean it's just like my table's covered in art supplies. I need an art spot for my kids. Things like that. Just usual kid messes, and my yarn and my stuff that I'm still sorting through for the last like a million years. My whole life sorting through stuff. That's basically how I live my life. Yeah, I'll get to that. I'll sort through that later. I'll do that later. And I get so far, get some done, and then I end up having to come back to it later. But that's just me living my life and making sure certain real life moments are a little more of a priority, because at some point my house will be clean and quiet and not as chaotic, and my kids will be doing big kid stuff, and their toys won't be there because they don't like toys anymore and all that stuff. So I'm just going to live in the moment. I'm going to enjoy them while they're young, and eventually my life will be organized and all that, and I'm not going to beat myself up over it right now, because like my kids want to play Minecraft with me today because they haven't played with me all week. And I think that is an absolutely amazing idea, because it makes them feel a connection to me, which is way more important than having everything organized and perfect. Because nobody's coming over to see my house, that's for sure. So these are the decisions you gotta make sometimes when your life is busy, full, and there's a million things that need to be done. What's the most important? Honestly, my house is clean. There's just things I need to sort through. I dust, I vacuum, there's no rotting food, garbage goes out, laundry is done, clothes are put away, I've changed the air filter in the furnace, my vacuum is cleaned, I do steam clean the rugs every 6 months, I do all the high up dusting. I do have a Christmas tree that's still out, but that's mostly because my kids really like the lights and the decorations being up, and I'm just like, well, it's the last bit of Christmas. Everything else got taken down, but I'm leaving the one tree for a little bit so they can enjoy the lights. We do have Christmas lights up all year round for them, but I got a little tiny tree that they really seem to really like having around, and I will be taking it down soon enough. And when I bring it back, the excitement and everything is there, and yeah, don't mind. Because there will be a day where it won't be as exciting to them, where they don't want to see the Christmas tree. They don't care if it goes up or not. Right now, it's everything. So, let's keep it that way. As much as I possibly can, let them enjoy their childhood, and I will enjoy it right beside them. And I do remind myself of that often. Like, on the days I'm super tired and they really want a lot of affection and attention, and they want me to hear them and see them, and I'm just so tired, but I have to keep in mind, they've waited for me all day. Absolutely, I need to set that aside for them. But it is a hard juggle, I will tell you that. Because there has to be some point where, you got to get your little break and your sleep and your time to reconnect with everything. But it's a work in progress, and you learn as you go. And we all make mistakes, and some days I'll be cranky, and some days I'll be amazing at it, and other days I will be making the wrong comment or something and hurting their feelings and having to apologize because I made a mistake and I said something that wasn't very kind. Because I'm not perfect and I'm tired. That's all you can do. Is just keep hoping you're making the right choices and teaching the right values. But yeah, kids love it when I crochet. Like, I can come sit beside them and I'll crochet while they're playing their games or doing their stuff, and I'll listen to them, and it's great. It's wonderful. So we make it work. Everybody does their part, and that's how we live our lives. Sorry, being sick and having sick kids around is making me extra tired and a little bit emotional, but that's okay. That is a-okay. That is how I'm feeling. That's what we're thinking about while I'm doing my crochet today, so that's what I'm sharing with you. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope your spring is treating you well. I hope your area is waking up and that the world is coming back to life and good things are on the horizon. Thank you for joining me here today at All the Crackers in the Box, and we will see you again very soon. Bye.